Not a day goes by that Joe Carter isn't asked about his World Series winning home run back in 1993. Especially in Toronto, Carter's house. They'll talk about it every day, which is kind of what you'd expect. Touch 'em all, Joe. In this October 23, 1993, file photo, Joe Carter celebrates his game-winning, 3-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 6 of the World Series. Mark Duncan, The Associated Press. Despite baseball's long history, the walk-off homer during Game 6 of the 1993 World Series remains one of only 2 home runs to clinch a championship, the Blue Jays' second title in as many years. And while Carter playfully reminds that he did, in fact, hit more than 1 home run in his career, and jokes that 3-run winner on October 23, 1993 is his cross to bear, he remembers the night pitch for pitch, every step that he took. CBS gave me a tape that evening of every camera that was on that night, so I saw it from 9 to 10 different angles, he said. The best angle, in his mind, was on the Blue Jays dugout. Pinch runner Alfredo Griffin thrusting his hands in the air in celebration as the ball dropped over the wall in left field. The bench erupting. The fans erupting. To Carter, that look at those around him was priceless, and gave him more joy than the scenes of himself running the bases. Article continued below. The epitome for every athlete is to be able to come through for their team in those moments, when all eyes are on you, he said. Soon, Carter will have a new team to come through for. He and Roberto Alomar have partnered with Budweiser Canada to come out of retirement and play with an adult recreational league. It is up to baseball fans to recruit Carter and Alomar by making an offer on why they deserve to play with the former Jays, using the hashtag. The winning submission, which will be selected based on creativity, originality, quality and showing how far a team would go to sign a Toronto baseball idol, will be announced on July 25. Submissions will be accepted until July 20. Carter likens adding himself and Alomar to a rec league baseball team to adding Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan to a rec league basketball team, even though he's now aged 29 times 2. Your team's going to be pretty good, pretty stoked, pretty excited, Carter predicted. As for who would be more valuable to their new team, he or Alomar, Carter gave himself the edge. In rec league, you need home runs. Robbie can't hit any home runs, he said. I'm going to give myself the advantage. While he was available, the star got Carter's thoughts on some of the other news in the game. Article continued. Bello and where Jose Bautista ranks when it comes to the Jays' all-time hitters, just below me, Carter said with a laugh. Bautista's 54 home run season in 2010 is a number Carter said he never even thought about reaching. The 37-year-old veteran's 3-run home run in the game that clinched the 2015 American League Divisional Series, complete with that iconic bat flip, was monumental, Carter said. While Carter said it's tough to place Bautista because the Jays have had so many great players and hitters, he puts him somewhere in the top 10 after a tremendous career in Toronto. On whose home run celebration was better, his in 1993 or Bautista's in 2015, the thing about Jose's is, he knew it was gone. I didn't know it was gone, he said. It took Carter 5 or 6 steps up the base path before the run was confirmed. All the while, he was thinking, is it? Yes, no, maybe. To see it got out, what a great feeling, on speeding up the game. Why is everyone talking about speeding the game up, he said. Are we in a society where you have to go through the drive-thru, everything has to be done quick? The longer the games go, the more fans get their money's worth, he said, and the more time the people in the stands, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, have to bond over the game. I don't want to go someplace that's like, how quick can I get out of here? On the defensive shift, it's up to hitters to be willing to change their approach at the plate to break up the shift, Carter said. The players don't want to make adjustments. Baseball is a chess game, and when you make a move, the other team has to counter that move by doing something different, he said. If they don't make a move, they're going to get beat every time. If they're going to keep heading into it, might as well keep playing the shift. On getting into coaching or managing, it takes too much time, said Carter, who previously worked as a special assistant to Arizona Diamondbacks GM Dave Stewart. And bringing up top prospects and the excitement surrounding Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Carter is an advocate for bringing young players like Guerrero up with as little pressure on them as possible. That means telling the youngsters they're going to be everyday players and line up in a certain spot, and stick with those plans whether they're hitting .100 or .400. It's a rare approach, but one former Jays manager Cito Gaston took with Carter. He said it took a lot of pressure off of him and allowed him to relax as he learned the ropes. Then they're not worried about catching that train back to Buffalo if they have a bad start. Carter, like many others, can't wait for Guerrero's arrival in the big leagues. You want to see those guys come up because it adds some excitement. Laura Armstrong is a sports reporter based in Toronto. Follow her on Twitter, @LauraArmy.